A kingdom built on broken backs, on mortar, dust and cracking whips. The sun burns low on Goshen's fields, where hope is thin as desert wind.
Two women stand where tyrants reign, unafraid of Pharaoh's name. Chevrepoix, quiet flame, defying death in God's own claim. In hidden rooms, in whispered breath, they shield the innocent from death. Small axe against a giant throne, yet heaven marks them as its own.
The throne goes up, the heavens shake, the ancient promise is awake. Abraham's vow, Isaac's fear, Jacob's nights of wrestling near.
The God who walks through flames of old turns his gaze to chains and cold. Cry out from the dust, from the weight of the day. The God of the fathers remembers the way. Through centuries buried in grindstone and sand, he rises to answer with outstretched hand. Not one lament is lost in the night. He gathers their tears and prepares to fight. A child is born, though death hunts near. A basket sealed with pitch and fear. The river carries what justice will bring. A whispered revolt in the house of the king. The cry is heard. The story turns. In Egypt's dark, a promise burns.
Sand swallows footprints of a man undone, a prince exiled from the blazing sun. Blood on his hand, fear in his breath. He flees from judgment, from life, from death. He struck in anger, justice blind, a buried corpse, a shattered mind. Whispers rose like desert flame. Who made you ruler? Who gave you claim? So Moses runs through barren stone, a crown abandoned, a life unknown. From Egypt's halls to Midian's well, a fallen heir with truth to tell. He hides from wrath, from
is pressed. Moses stands and gives them rest. A stranger drawn to Jethro's land. He learns to work with calloused hands. The staff replaces royal art. The desert tutors every part. He marries tens the flocks by night. A humbled man beneath starlight. 40 winters, 40 fires, stripping down the old desires. No throne to chase, no crowds to win, just wind and stone and thoughts within. Yet heaven watches through it all, preparing him for God's own call. Run, fugitive shepherd, through wasteland and dune, where the sky burns red in the heat of noon. The world you knew has turned its face, but God begins where you end, in disgrace, in silence, in exile, in fear and in dust. He shapes a man the fire can trust. On Horeb slope, the flock moves slow. A glow ignites where winds don't blow. A burning bush, a name to learn. Exile ends where the flames don't burn. The shepherd stops, the world is still. A voice prepares to break his will.
A flame that feeds on nothing burns. A voice waits where the desert turns. Moses stands on trembling ground, barefoot before a fire without sound. A shepherd climbs the mountainside, staff in hand, no thought of pride, but light erupts where none should be. A living blaze in a desert tree. He draws near slow, his heart undone. The fire glows like a rising sun. Remove your sandals, the presence calls. For holiness stands where shadow falls. Fear like smoke fills the air. Mortal dust before a prayer. I am that I am, the name unveiled. A word of thunder the soul can't hold. Not bound to time nor to mortal frame. The God of the Father speaks his name. From burning light to trembling clay, the infinite bends to show the way. I've heard the cry, I know their pain. I come to break the tyrant's chain. Now go, the word strikes stone and bone. Go bring my people from Pharaoh's throne. Moses falters, who am I? What strength have I beneath this sky? Yet God replies with steady breath, I will be with you in life and death. The staff becomes a serpent's form, leprous flesh restored and warm. Water lifted from the Nile turns to blood in prophetic trial. He fears the task, the people's doubt, but heaven's fire will not fade out. I am that I am, the name unveiled. A word of thunder the soul can't hold. Not bound to time nor to mortal frame. The God of the Father speaks his name. From burning light to trembling clay, the infinite bends to show the way. Send someone else, the shepherd pleads. Another voice to meet their needs. Yet mercy burns within the flame. Aaron will speak, but you bear my name. The mountain shakes beneath the call. A mission carved for one so small. With staff in hand and fear within, he walks the path where gods begin. Moses turns from holy fire, eyes alight with dread and desire. The desert wind begins to rise. shepherd walks into a tyrant's land. The palace hums with idols' breath. The slaves cry out beneath their death. Moses stands where shadows thrown, staff held firm though heart is stone. Aaron speaks with fearless tongue. The God of our fathers has come among. Let his people go to the wilderness plain to worship the Lord who breaks the chain. Pharaoh laughs with the serpent smile. I know no God of Hebrew style. Halls of Egypt tremble slow. A warning whispered, let them go. Let my people go, let the captives flee. For the God of heaven stands in majesty. No throne of clay, no mortal vow can stop the one who speaks right now. From staff to sign, from word to blow, let my people go. Insulted pride becomes decree. No rest for slaves who dream of free bricks without straw. A cruel demand, a labor carved from iron hand. The foremen bleed, the elders cry. Why bring this sword? Why must we die? But Moses turns his fear to prayer. The burden's heavy, Lord, too heavy to bear. I am the Lord, the answer rose. Breaker of chains, restorer of souls. With outstretched arm and mighty sign, I'll show the world these slaves are mine. The covenant breath sweeps through the land, a trembling promise in desert sand. Let my people go, let the captives flee. For the God of heaven stands in majesty. No throne of clay, no mortal vow can stop the one who speaks right now. From staff to sign, from word to blow, let my people go. Pharaoh's heart like granite grows. A river freezing though sunlight glows. He grips his pride like a kingly sword. Blind to the storm of the living Lord. Israel groans yet hope begins. For judgment comes on Egypt's sins. Clouds of omen veil the sky. Prophets breathe a warning cry. Before the plagues, before the woe, a single word repeats below. Let them go. Let them go. The river darkens, the idols shake. A kingdom built on bones will break. In Pharaoh's courts the whispers rise. A storm of wonder splits the skies. The staff strikes water's trembling skin. The river bleeds for Egypt's sin. Fish rot black beneath the sun. Priests cry out, no spell is done. From palace steps to desert reeds, the lifeblood drains, the proud king seeds. Signs fall heavy, hearts grow cold. Pride turns men to pillars of fire. 10 signs fall on a hardened land, but mercy moves in the sovereign's hand. Each plague a warning, fierce yet slow. Let them go. Judgment burns like a righteous flame, yet mercy whispers through every claim. Return, repent, release the slave before the darkness meets the grave. away. Green turns gray in a single day. Darkness thick as burial shroud wraps the land without a sound. For 3 long nights no lamp can glow, a warning deep as undertow. 10 signs fall on a hardened land, but mercy moves in the sovereign's hand. Each plague a warning, fierce yet slow. Let them go. Judgment burns like a righteous flame, yet mercy whispers through every claim. Return, repent, release the slave before the darkness meets the grave. Pharaoh's heart is iron ore, struck by grace it hardens more. Each sign that shakes his crumbling throne makes the coming judgment known. Yet through the rising wrath and dread, God shields his people where they tread. The palace sleeps but heaven wakes, a final breath the darkness takes. Before the night of bitter cost, Pharaoh stands at the edge of loss. The plagues have spoken, mercy last. The shadow of death is coming fast. Night gathers over Egypt's land, a trembling hush on shifting sand. Judgment walks with unseen tread, a shadow passing over the dead. Moses speaks with steady tone, the firstborn falls from throne to stone, from prince to slave, from beast to field. The God of Israel will not yield, but mark your doors with covenant sign. The lamb's red blood, the saving line. For when the destroyer walks the night, he'll pass you by in holy sight. Fear and faith divide the ground, one sealed in blood, one sealed in crown. Paint the frame with crimson grace, let mercy mark your dwelling place. When death sweeps low through midnight's air, the blood will speak, a life stood there. Judgment falls, yet God makes known. Redemption buys what chains once owned. A lamb without a broken bone, its lifeblood spilled, its flesh your own. Eat in haste, your sandals tight, staff in hand for sudden flight. The bitter herbs, the unleavened bread, a meal of freedom for the dread. The night is long, the hour near, salvation walks through trembling fear. Midnight breaks like shattered glass across the land. The cries of mass from Pharaoh's hall to servants' floor. Death knocks at every unmarked door, but in the homes where blood is shown, no wail is heard, no child is thrown. The angel sees the crimson trace, and judgment shifts to mercy's face. Paint the frame with crimson grace, let mercy mark your dwelling place. When death sweeps low through midnight's air, the blood will speak, a life stood there. Judgment falls, yet God makes known. Redemption buys what chains once owned. Pharaoh rises in shattered grief, his will undone, his reign too brief. Go depart, leave this land, he cannot bear God's mighty hand. Israel gathers hearts a whirl, a nation new, a banner unfurled with silver, gold, and trembling pace. They march beneath the Lord's embrace. The night still echoes with the cost, the price of freedom Egypt lost, but from a liberated land, a million footprints in the sand. The night ignites with holy fire, a pillar born of God's desire. A cloud by day, a flame by night, a sign that splits the dark from light. It moves ahead in solemn grace, the presence guiding every pace. No maps, no roads, no mortal guide, just heaven walking at their side. The slaves made free, now follow slow, unsure of where the wind will blow. The wilderness holds breath and stone, but none who walk this path walk alone. Follow the flame, follow the cloud, where God speaks soft, where grace speaks loud. Through shifting dunes and fierce pursuit, the Holy One becomes their route. No chain remains, no tyrant's claim. They move beneath His living flame. But in the palace, grief turns cold. A shattered king grows fierce and bold. Why did we free them? Why let them roam? Bring back my slaves, bring back my throne. Chariots, thunder, warriors, cross spears like lightning split the sky. The desert shakes with iron feet, vengeance racing in the heat. Israel sees the dust behind a terror born of Pharaoh's mind. Before them lies the endless sea, behind the wrath of tyranny. Panic spreads like desert flame, voices crack with rising blame. We're graves in Egypt, not enough. Why bring us here to die in dust? Follow the flame, follow the cloud, where God speaks soft, where grace speaks loud. Through shifting dunes and fierce pursuit, the Holy One becomes their route. No chain remains, no tyrant's claim. They move beneath His living pillar shifts from front to rear, a wall of fire, a shield of fear. Egypt's charge meets holy night, blinded by the burning light. As Israel waits in trembling trust, the sea before them cold as rust. But God prepares a path unknown, a miracle through depths of stone. Wind awakens fierce and deep, the water shudder rise and sweep. The sea divides by God's command, a doorway carved by unseen man. The night grows wild, the promise near. Deliverance walks in wind and fear. The sea lies waiting like a sleeping beast, moonlight trembling on its crest. Behind a kingdom forged in greed, before a grave disguised as need. Moses stands with lifted hand, the staff once common, now command. A midnight wind begins to roar, splitting waters from shore to shore. Walls of ocean rise like towers, depths unveiled by sovereign powers. The seabed
God's iron storm, chariots in perfect form. Pharaoh's wrath ignites the sky, his army bellows one last cry. They plunge between the parted waves, blind to the tomb their fury paves. The wheels grind slow, the horses strain, the Lord confounds the pride of men.
The sea begins to quake and groan, a cosmic warning in undertone. Moses turns at God's command, his staff once more raised in his hand. The waters lean with ancient weight, a closing door on Egypt's fate.
Walk through the waters, walk through the night, but Egypt falls from might to fright. The sea returns with crushing roar, the tides reclaiming Pharaoh's war. Their pride, their blades, their scattered cries fade where the ocean swallows lies. Israel stands on distant sand, deliverance writ across the land. No chains remain, no masters speak, just wind and waves and souls made weak. The night that started full of dread ends with tyrants drowned and fled.
The sun breaks open, golden red, shining on the path where slaves once bled. The waters calm, the silence grows, only God and freedom know. A nation watches dawn arise, the sea still shimmering with their cry.
The sea still turns with dying screams, night's terror fading into dawn's beams. Israel gathers on the shore, a people bound in chains no more. Silence holds for one last breath before the song that shatters death. His weary frame, eyes still burning with the flame. His voice erupts like thunder. the sacred song, a vow to walk where God is strong. The mountains glow with morning fire, a path ahead of fierce desire. The song still lingers in the sand, a promise held by God's own hand. The wilderness calls the journey long, but Israel marches with a song, for freedom's cry has filled the air, and God himself will lead them there.
The sea behind, the waste ahead. A newborn nation walks the dead, and blazing lands where shadows crack, where memory aches to turn them back. The dunes breathe heat, the winds breathe dread, yet God walks with them, fire-led. 3 days thirst on cracking ground, not one well nor spring is found, and Maris pools gleam green and near, a promised drink, a final cheer. But bitterness infects each sip, a brackish knife on every lip. The people groan, the murmurs rise, 1,000 doubts flood desert skies. Moses cries to God alone, a tree is shown, a judgment throne. He casts it in the waters, heal, a quiet whisper, I am real. A covenant struck in desert air, I heal the wound, I bear the care. The sand consumes their hope by day, their stomachs gnaw the hope away. We had bread in Egypt's land, we filled our pots by Pharaoh's hand. Why bring us here to starve and die? Why strike our hearts with barren sky? The Lord replies with thunder grace, not wrath but bread from boundless space. He opens heaven, tears the veil, lets mercy fall like winter hail. White as frost on morning ground, a sacred sweetness newly found. Manna they whisper, stunned and slow. What is this gift we do not know? Eat, oh people, taste and see, God feeds the heart that walks the sea. From chains to freedom's aching road, He bears the weight of every load. Bread from heaven, dew of dawn, a covenant feast the night draws on. In famine's throat, in wilderness shock, He pours His mercy from the rock. At evening's fall, a shadow stirs, a wave of wings, a storm that wears. Quail descend in dusky flight, a feast delivered through the night. No idol fed them, no king decreed, a God of freedom meets each need. The sands grow soft beneath their feet, as grace turns hunger into meat. As grace turns hunger into meat. But thirst returns with scorching breath, a second threat as sharp as death. Rephidim stands, dry as bone, no stream to break the ancient stone. The people rage, their fears unbound. Is God among us? Not a sound. Stones ready, tempers flame, they question heaven's holy name. But Moses, torn, cries out again. The desert waits, the sky is thin. God speaks soft through desert roar. Go to the rock at Horeb's door. Take the elders, take your staff, the one that split the sea in half. Moses lifts it, trembling worn, this tool of grace, this wand of scorn. He strikes the cliff, creation cracks, water erupts through stony backs. A river born where none should flow, a miracle the parched now know. Heaven pours its endless stock, water dancing from the rock. Eat, oh people, taste and see, God feeds the heart that walks the sea. From manna's dew to rivers poured, your hunger meets the living Lord. Bread from heaven, dew of dawn, a covenant stranger hunts with sharpened spear. Amalek draws the weak near, the weary trailing faint and slow. Predators strike from shadows glow. Moses climbs a rocky crest, Aaron her beside his chest. He raises high the staff again, his arms the banner over men.
As long as strength lives, heaven's rod Israel stands upheld by God. But when his hands grow weak with age, the battle turns with shifting rage. His brothers brace his arms upright, 3 men bound in a single fight. And thus the Lord gives victory's breath, a song of triumph born from death.
The desert hums with living proof, a God who feeds beneath no roof. He gives them bread, he gives them rain, he meets their hunger, heals their pain. In wasteland wild where sorrows knock, he is the manna, he is the rock. The mountain rises black and steep, a throne of stone where secrets sleep. The desert stills its wandering breath, a nation gathers faced with death. Thunder coils in the distant haze, a storm prepared for sacred days. Freedom stands on trembling sand. The mountain looms with shadow might, a holy furnace veiled in night. Moses climbs a rocky face, his heartbeat sinks with God's embrace. A voice descends like molten gold, you are my people, strong not sold. If you will keep my covenant true, then I will walk the earth with you. The words strike deep like desert rain, a vow of love, a vow of rain. A vow of rain. The camp prepares with reverent care, washing garments, hearts laid bare. No step may cross the sacred line, no wonder climb the raffle spine. Husbands guard their trembling wives, children quiet fearing lives. The air grows thick with holy weight, the sky grows dark as judgment's gate. The priest stand ready, torches raise, the people wait bewildered days. The silence falls like gathering frost, a moment poised for gain or loss. Hear the thunder, see the flame, the mountain speaks the holy name. Smoke arises, skies divide, heaven burns the mountainside. The voice of God, fierce as the sea, calls the bound and calls the free. The ground beneath their feet is fire, a trembling world, a God who's higher. At dawn the stormful weight arrives, a trembling runs through souls and lives. Lightning crowns the mountain's head, a ring of fire, a vow unsaid. A trumpet blasts no mortal horn, tears the veil of quiet mourn. The people shake with mortal fear, Moses stands, commands them near. The mountain quakes, the smoke ascends, heaven and earth no longer friends. God descends in furnace breath, a living fire, a voice like death, a voice like death. The ground splits open, dust ignites, 1,000 souls lose strength and fright. Even the elders hide their gaze, the Holy One consumes the blaze. The trumpet grows its final cry, splinters fear across the sky. Moses moves where none would dare, drawn by flame, upheld by prayer. The clouds unfold like torn out scrolls, revealing fire that shapes their souls. God speaks the law, the core of light, the axis where all worlds unite. No other gods before my throne, no graven forms of silver stone. Do not misuse my sacred name, let truth be fire, not empty flame. Remember Sabbath's holy frame, honor parents, guard their claim. Do not kill or steal or lie, let envy's poison pass you by. Envy's poison pass you by.
A covenant cut through mortal bone, the law that makes a people know.
Hear the thunder.
wild, the fire tears. The camp cries out in choking fears. Let God speak not, we will die. Let you ascend, let you draw nigh.
Faces buried in the sand, hearts undone by holy hand. Moses turns with solemn stride, fear behind and flame beside. He walks the path no human owns, past molten air and shaking stones. A figure swallowed by the cloud, a shepherd called, a leader vowed.
The mountain smolders deep in dire, kingdom born through smoke and fire. Moses enters heaven's shroud, a single man, yet unbound.
The people watching breathless dread, a mortal climbing where angels tread. The law has come, the covenant sealed, a holy nation now revealed.
Sinai burns with sacred flame, a world remade by God's own name. God's own
Simeon burns with holy flame, but in the camp below shame. A silence grows where faith should be. A shadow stalks the revelry.
Moses climbs the clouded height, 40 days in blinding light. The people wait with restless feet. The desert hums with weary heat. Where is he now? Where has he gone? Has God abandoned everyone? The murmurs spread like desert fire. Suspicion coils with false desire. The elders break, the patience thin. Doubt becomes the doorway in. They crowd around the trembling priest. Their voices hoard, their anger released. Rise up there and make us gods, not distant fire, thunder rise. We need a face, a form to trust, not clouds that turn our hope to dust. Aaron falters under fear, the crowd too loud, too pressing near. He gathers gold rings, chains and bands, idols shaped by human hands. They traded glory for molten lies, for glittering gods before their eyes. The flames spit gold into a form, a silent bull amid the storm. They bow to shadows, break the vow. The fire of Sinai forgotten now, a covenant shattered on the sand. A golden death by human hand. Death by human hand. Trumpets blare, the timbrel sound. A frenzied dance defiles the ground. They feast, they drink, they shout, they rise. A riot beneath unholy skies. The music twists, the body's real. A broken people spin the wheel. What God had shaped with grace and power, they tarnish in a single hour. The mountain glows with judgment's breath, but revelry mocks the scent of death. Darkness burns with light. Moses stands in trembling sight. God speaks, fire is anger raw. They break the covenant and law. Their stiff-necked hearts rebel again. My wrath will purge this tribe of men. Moses falls with desperate cry. Turn your fierce anger, do not let them die. Your promise holds from age to age. Remember Abraham's heritage. The heavens still, the fury cools. Mercy bends the fate of fools. Moses descends with tablets gripped, stone by God's own finger script. His eyes burn bright with righteous flame as campfires light a faithless game. The idol gleams in wicked gold, a monument to hearts grown cold. He lifts the tablets high with woe, then shatters them on earth below. The stone explodes, the covenant torn, a ceremony of wrath reborn. They traded glory for molten lies, for glittering gods before their eyes.
grace through desert pains.
Blot me out if you must save. Let me be lost if they you crave. The Lord replies with sovereign tone.
Only the guilty I atone, but mercy stands beside his throne. But mercy stands beside his throne. The camp lies quiet, smoldering, scarred, a people broken, cast and marred. The idol gone, the echoes lost. A nation learns what sin has cost. Moses returns to plead once more. A shepherd guarding tattered core. The path ahead is long and rough, but grace decides they are enough.
The camp lies bruised from shattered trust. The calf now ground to lifeless dust. But morning breaks with trembling hope. A people grasping mercy's rope. Across the sands a shadow stands, a tent where heaven touches man. Moses moves with solemn pace, lines of grief across his face. He walks beyond the murmuring crowd, beyond the stains they once allowed. Outside the camp he plants the stakes, a place where covenant awaits. They watch him go, the prophet lone, a shepherd drawn to burning throne. Each man stands at his doorway side, shame and longing burning, while they watch him step through desert dust, the only one that God will trust. The tent flaps breathe the desert heat, the silence deep, the air complete. Then like a storm without a sound, a pillar sinks toward the ground. The cloud of God, the holy shroud, wraps the tent like veiling cloud. The people bow, a trembling sea, each doorway bent on bended knee. And Moses, cloaked in sacred light, speaks with God as friend in sight. Not distant fire or thunder's cry, but whisper close as human sigh. He speaks with glory face to face, though mortal limits guard the space. A friend of God, yet frail in dust, a heart of fire, a spine of trust. The camp stands still in holy fear. God draws close and Moses near. In desert vast, in mortal night, the cloud becomes their living light. Moses cries, if you won't go, then lead us not through flood or foe. We are your people, marked, not lost, but without you the desert's cost will swallow every breath we take. We need your name for freedom's sake. God answers soft yet fierce and clear. My presence stays, my name is near. The prophet bows with trembling grace and lifts a daring burning face. Show me your glory, make me see the depth of your eternity. A silence breaks the desert air, a presence vast beyond compare. No man shall see my face and live. The voice declares with fire to give. But I will place you in the cleft, where mercy holds what wrath has left. My goodness passing near your sight, a shadowed glimpse of purest light. My name proclaimed, my grace revealed, my sovereign mercy unconcealed. The mountain's heart becomes his shield, a furnace where the soul is healed. At dawn he calls to Sinai's crest, where Moses climbs with weary chest. 2 tablets carved by human hand await the writing of command. The Lord descends in cloud and name, a voice of mercy, wrath and flame. The Lord, compassion known, slow to anger, on the throne. Abounding love through ages long, forgiving guilt, condemning wrong. The covenant renewed in fire, prophet bows with spent desire. He speaks with glory. a man remade by God's own name.
They build the ark, they shape the gold, the curtains dyed the frames of old. The priest prepare with sacred thread a tabernacle. God will tread each beam and hook and hammered rod. A dwelling place prepare for God. The people bring their finest store. A free will flood, a heart's outpour. The tent arises pure complete. The throne room set in desert heat. Then cloud descends with roaring grace. A fire erupts in holy space. The presence fills the woven air, too vast for Moses to bear. No priest may enter, none draw near. The glory burns like living spear. Israel watches, hearts undone as heaven dwells with everyone. When cloud ascends, the camp will rise. When fire stands still, they close their mouths.
God who walks with mortal dust, a covenant fierce enough to trust. Not with escape, but with presence.